One rental at a time. It is October 4th, and this is your daily financial news. A lot of stuff going on today. Let's just jump right in. First, we've got Dr. Doom. Yes, folks, Nero Robini is at it once again, talking about financial Armageddon, kind of rinse and repeat. But let's catch you up on what Mr. or Dr. Doom has to say. Dr. Doom is calling for a 40% crash in the stock market from here. He sees a debt crisis exploding and a deep recession worse than the financial crisis of 2008. Yes, folks, worse than the Great Recession. Basically, what Dr. Doom is saying is the Fed's going to take rates higher. Economic Armageddon starts from there, and the dominoes keep falling. I would let you know, just like all of the channels calling for a housing crash, Dr. Doom is nothing but consistent. He has been talking about this exact scenario for more than a decade. Do with that what you will, but he does get on TV, especially in scary moments, and talk about bad outcomes. If you've listened to my channel, I do not have a rosy picture of the next 12 to 18 months. I don't have a rosy picture. I have said repeatedly that I think the next 18 months will be the worst macro pain, right? Another global recession, the third since the Great Depression. But I don't see this. In fact, at the micro level, because you and I talk every day, I see a lot of opportunity coming. I'm seeing opportunity to make moves already. So again, fear's here, opportunity is here. Keep doing the work. And if you are in an echo chamber where your YouTube feed perhaps is full of crash videos and negativity, I might suggest you block some channels. We do not need help being scared. We need help recognizing what's in front of us so that we can see the opportunity. If you let the echo chamber of fear and crash stay in front of you, you are going nowhere. And once again, you will regret not taking action. The choice is yours. All I ask you to do is do the work. Next, Ray Dalio. Woo! Ray Dalio reverses his decision on cash is trash. Yes, folks, Ray Dalio has long since felt that cash is trash. You and I have talked about this for the last 9 months, and you have heard me say, I don't agree. You heard me raise cash. You heard me take free and clear properties and do cash out refis to raise cash. That's all I have to say. Action. Now Ray Dalio is saying basically, hey, the Fed has raised rates. Just the other day, the 10-year was at 4%. Now he has reversed his decision. Thankfully, I did not believe cash was trash 9 months ago. And hopefully you listened as well, and you've been stacking cash, because cash is an opportunity on future deals. This is what you and I talked about. Me and several of my weekly millionaires talked about is cash is optionality. Cash gives you options. So again, nailed it. Oh, Wall Street Journal. Man, I had a good day today. Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal released an article that home builders are negotiating with investors to buy multiple or portfolios of new homes. I told you this was coming. I told you this was coming as new construction was taking it in the teeth. All they would do is look over there to investors and say, how many do you want? Investors are getting up to a 20% discount to buy bundles of new homes. Folks, this new inventory is not going to be around much longer. Builders are doing exactly what I expected. Slowing down. They have already let lots go, right? They had options on lots. We heard from multiple public builders that they let the options expire. They are slowing down future builds. They are discounting existing inventory that's ready. And now, just like I said, they are cold calling investors. Builders are cold calling investors saying, hey, what if we gave you 10? What if we gave you 20 tomorrow? What kind of price can we work out? They are again offering 10, 15, and 20% discounts to buy dozens of new homes. 2 for 2 today. Having a good day. Next, Bank of America. About 7 or 8 days ago, I did a video talking about Apple and Tesla. I actually said in that video, you can go back and watch, that Tesla and Apple are the last two standing. But what happens when the consumer, when the worldwide economy is contracting? China, Europe, and the US, they will not be spending money on these expensive gadgets. Nailed it again. Bank of America yesterday says consumers are pulling back on spicy gadgets. Their words exactly. Again, these are things that we talked about before Apple's cut at Bank of America. We talked before Tesla's delivery miss. Having a pretty good day so far. Manhattan apartment sales. Again, Manhattan, man, can you imagine where are the numbers? Manhattan's median apartment, 1.96 million. Damn. 1.96 million. Manhattan apartment sales fell 18%. Transactions in Manhattan were down 18% in Q3. Price, transactions down 18. Price, 4% up 4%. September contracts down 29%. These are pendings. Again, transactions are crashing, folks. Price, stable. The super luxury market in Manhattan, that is 4 million. Again, what do I talk about on this channel? 2x the median. Be very careful. In Manhattan, roughly speaking, 1.96 times 2 is 4 million. 4 million is down 50%. These are all things that we have been talking about on this channel. Kind of amazing. Talk about a Fed pivot. There's a lot of people thinking that the Fed's going to pivot. I don't know where these people are coming from, right? Kathy Wood talked about a September pivot. Now she might be talking about a November pivot. I don't know. But there's a lot of people that believe there's a pivot coming. There's kind of three scenarios. One, the kerfuffle going on in the United Kingdom, the UK, Credit Suisse. They're trying to paint the picture that Credit Suisse is the next Lehman Brothers and that it will cause this worldwide contagion and thus be the black swan that causes the Fed to pivot and pivot early. Number two, they are continually pointing at the strong dollar wrecking the world economy, specifically emerging markets. More on that in a minute. But yes, the strong dollar is now a reason for the Fed to pivot. And then finally, I don't know if you saw this. This is breaking news. Australia has been raising, and they were expected to raise their Fed funds rate, whatever their overnight lending rate is called, 50 basis points, and they chickened out. The market was ready for 50 basis, and their central bank only did 25. Australia is a major central bank, and they blinked. Just like the UK did, they blinked. Now Australia blinked. Now this is building momentum that the Fed is going to blink. Folks, I believe we have 3 more rate increases coming. And then the Fed will pause. Pause, not cut, pause. I believe we will get 75 on the, what is it, December 1st? No, November 1st, 50 on December 14th, and 25 at the first meeting in the new year, January or February. I'm not sure where it lands. But these are the things coming. So again, how do I see 75? Well, Friday, we have a jobs number. I believe it will be above expectations, meaning more jobs created. There is an expectation that wages are up 5.1%. I believe it will be higher. Then we will get a CPI reading, I think on the 13th. I believe it will be especially core. Remember, I'm focused on core. I think it'll be worse than expected. And then that will give the Fed all the ammunition for 75. But yes, the market, the cheerleaders, the people that want the Fed to pivot, they are grabbing at straws and taking anything that they could to say that it's coming. And then finally, the UN, the United Nations. The United Nations is out warning that we will have a global recession. I'm not sure. They might be watching this channel because I think we will have a global recession as well. The UN is pivoting on that statement a little bit, saying that the emerging markets will feel the brunt of it. Emerging markets, debt dollarized. Yes, I think there's a lot of pain coming. On top of this, there's other things that I wanted to ask you a question. I don't know if you know this, but Bigger Pockets is holding, I think, their yearly conference. I think it's happening right now in San Diego, California. Your boy was not invited. Yes, folks, one rental at a time was not invited to Bigger Pockets. Take that for what you will, but I have a question for you. Should I create a one rental at a time Bigger Pockets presentation and give it to you? Part of me is thinking, you know what? Let's do a Saturday deep dive via my students on a presentation I create. I haven't committed to it. I want to hear from you. Should I create a Bigger Pockets presentation unfiltered? The beauty of not doing it at the event is I could just be me. If I was at the event, I might have to be softer. I don't know. I am kind of irritated that a message of do the work and one rental at a time is not invited to Bigger Pockets events. It annoys me. I admit it. It's an ego thing. Totally get it. Next up, I want to talk about you in your emergency fund. Please pay attention. I want to hear from you. You're going to tell me four numbers. You're going to say number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Folks, this is audience participation. Let's get the comment section blowing up. We get the comment sections blowing up. Like, subscribe, helps the channel grow. Here we go. Again, 1, 2, 3, or 4. This poll was about your emergency funds. 1, do you have an emergency fund? Do you have $0 for an emergency fund? That is number 1. Number 2, do you have some savings? 3 months or less? That is number 2. Do you have a little bit more? 3 to 5 months? That is number 3. And then finally, do you have 6 months of emergency funds? That is number 4. I want to hear from you again. No judgment. Know where you are. I suggest 6 months, but hey, we can all work to that goal. Let me know below. 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, folks, have an amazing day. Let me know what you think about the Bigger Pockets event. Leave me the numbers below. You're amazing. Let's go have some fun. Bye.